stove.
Hi, I'm Dan Hechler at Hechler's Hearth and Home. I'd like to talk to you today about Vermont Casting stoves. Today in our showroom we're actually burning a Defiant Vermont Casting stove, the largest in the cast iron line of stoves they have. This stove is in what they call the biscuit colored enamel. Vermont Casting likes to show a lot of their enamel stoves in dealer showrooms. So we're showing the biscuit color, and this over on this side is an Acclaim, which is the smaller stove in the green enamel. And over on my right side is Bordeaux Red. This is the Encore. So in order of things, this would be the largest one. The Defiant is the largest, the Encore is the next one down, and a medium-sized stove would be the Acclaim. I thought I'd go over a few features on the Vermont Casting Defiant. Right now, I've got the stove in a maximum burn, just for some good visual for you. The stove has an automatic thermostat on the side. This is one of the unique features of the stove right here. This lever is hooked to a bimetallic coil, and if I move this thing down, you'll see that the fire starts slowing down. This coil is heat sensitive, and as whatever point you put it at will control the heat output of the stove. So if you want more heat, you pull the lever forward. If you want less heat, you push the lever back. So whenever you find the temperature of the room you want it to be, you put it at that point, and if the stove needs more air, it will give it more air. And if it gets too hot, it's reaching the temperature it needs to be, it'll automatically shut the air down. The stove is decked out with the matching enamel optional warming shelves, and we have it displayed with the enamel stovepipe also. It's available in all the colors. Even the warming shelves come with a little optional mitten warmers, which you can hook into the shelf, hang out on the side. You can hang your gloves, your socks, or your mittens, whatever you want to dry by the stove. The stove also has an ash pan, which is located in the bottom. It swings out, and then there's a sliding cover that goes across the ash pan, so you can lift it out in a covered pan. You notice when I open the ash pan, the fire really takes off and runs. This stove is in the retail range of around $26.99. It's less expensive in black. It also has an optional fire screen for viewing it open. You can open the doors and clip the screen on the front, and now it becomes like a little miniature fireplace. I'll also mention on top of the stove right now, we're running something called an Echo Fan. This is a completely electric-free fan. You can use it on any cast iron steel stove, and it generates enough electricity through the coils on the top to generate the fan, enough electricity for the fan to run. So it's a way to have a totally silent electric fan on top of your Vermont Casting, or matter of fact any stove you would like. I'll show you over here on the side of the griddle we have a thermostat, or actually a thermometer called a stovetop thermometer. It's running at about 600 degrees currently. Of course, we have the stove running very hot right now. I'll show you something else the stove has. This is the catalytic stove, and inside the stove in the back is a catalytic combustor. Now inside the stove, on the side of the stove, there's a bypass. And if I close the bypass down, now the catalytic combustor is operating, and all of the heat is going through the combustor for clean burning. It's a great stove. I'd like to invite you to come to Hechler's showroom and see the Vermont Casting line. It's one of our premier lines. I think you'd enjoy seeing it. Hope this has been informative to you.